Welcome to 60 Days In, The Aftermath. I'm Dan Abrams. Today I'm speaking to Sheriff Noel and Captain Maples for a second time about the final round of their groundbreaking program in Clark County Jail. And all of the participants are here to look back at their extraordinary time as inmates. They'll reconnect with those they met inside and be introduced to others they don't know. These participants have not seen any footage before today, so they may be shocked to find out exactly what happened to the others while locked up. Welcome back to both of you. Good to see you. So, Sheriff Noel, you had any fellow sheriffs say, "You're crazy"?
Yeah, I have. I've had a few of them say, there's no way I would do that in my facility.
And what do you say to those who are saying that?
We learned a lot from it. And although it doesn't make me look the best because of some of the behavior and the facility standpoint, we're trying to fix it.
Asking people who've never been locked up to integrate and behave as inmates is difficult, and some struggled with it more than others. Let's bring out Cherie.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Cherie.
You really seem to have integrated with the inmates pretty quickly.
I think working in corrections, I took notes of how they acted and was gonna do my best to fit in as quick as possible.
When you entered the pod, you found yourself in the crosshairs of a major controversy. Let's watch.
Please, everybody step out.
What is going on?
I don't know what's coming. I don't know what to do. I'm panicked because a bunch of girls who are addicted to drugs think I have drugs on me and they want them.
I can bring her name in.
What they say to you? Tell me the girls over here want to help me.
I didn't say that. Don't. That is not what I said.
I want out.
Next thing I know, they're beating Mackenzie down.
Every part of my CO in me was like, you need to stop a fight. This is life and death.
I can't breathe.
Wow.
All I kept thinking was, I don't want to catch a charge. I don't want to stay here any longer. I got to get out of here, so.
What's it like to see yourself for the first time?
Yeah, I look like an inmate. I look just beat down and tired and exhausted.
Another woman in the program was Ashley. As many of you know, she's the wife of Zach, a participant from the first round. Now, being locked up had a profound effect on their marriage. Let's bring out Ashley. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi. Oh, sweetie. How are you? I'm like, why do you have makeup on?
This is the first time you guys have seen each other not in jail garb.
Yeah. Like real people. Humans.
Real people.
Yeah. It's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
You both figured out pretty quickly that the other was part of the program. How'd you know?
She sniffed me out before I knew she was a part of the program. I had no idea.
It's because she had really good teeth. The way she looked and carried herself, I could tell she was definitely from out of town.
Ashley, were you relieved when you were sniffed out, so to speak?
I was very relieved. It was just nice to know that I was not in this alone.
Ashley, this was a very personal journey for you. Tell me about it.
My biological mother was a horrible alcoholic, in and out of the system her entire life. She gave me up for adoption when I was around 6 months old. And I was always very angry with her until I got behind bars and saw where she was. I never knew her side of it. It was the best thing for my life for her to let go and let me have a chance.
We're back with Cherie, Ashley, and Mona Lisa, who were all in the female pod together, as well as Quentin, who met Mona Lisa during training. So what's it like for you guys to see each other again?
It's so exciting.
It is exciting.
It's so good to see you.
Like
How are you?
You too. It's great to see you guys. I'm good.
Mona Lisa, you had a very personal reason for entering the program. Let's take a look at your journey.
Have you ever been in jail before, ma'am?
No. I started to think about my daughter because she's currently incarcerated and she was severely addicted to drugs.
So I feel like I'm being interrogated. Are you undercover?
Yeah.
What made you go back to using again?
Just like a nonstop battle.
I could never have understood what my daughter was going through until I walked 1 minute in her shoes. I can feel her pain, how she feels when she's alone.
How has that experience changed your relationship with your daughter?
Actually, it's been for the better. As soon as I got out, I went to go visit her. And we sat down and we talked, and we had the same lingo, the same language, the same concepts of things. I was no longer judging her. And then all of a sudden, she started opening up and telling me more things that was happening to her. Whereas before, there was no stories like that.
Another participant had very different expectations for his time in jail due to his background in law enforcement. Quentin, were there times when you wanted to intervene in situations that you were seeing but couldn't and wouldn't?
My personality is I don't like bullies. In this particular situation, it was a land of bullies. And that's what I struggle with. It's really hard not to confront a stronger person taking advantage of a weaker. And that happened a lot in there.
So true.
We're back with Ryan and Dion, who both made some very controversial choices in jail. First of all, I want to introduce you guys to each other. You spent some time in the same pods at different times, so you'll know some of the same folks. Dion, there was a point when things could have gone really badly involving some racial tension that you witnessed.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Nobody take from you, bro. What's up? You ain't getting it, man.
Two dudes arguing with each other over e-cigarette.
You owe me $40, listen, man, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm a big out you here. I ain't touching.
It was like so much tension. I'm like, oh, please don't let this go down.
I'm done talking about the situation. Watch you here. Come this way. For real. What?
Just like, I'm stuck in here. I can't move away from the situation. I can't just go home. It's kind of intense.
Dion, looking back at that, what was that moment like for you?
Man, that moment was crazy. It got like out of control real quick. And then that's when people start coming to me on the side like, hey, look, we about to all fight. Get your shoes on, get ready. And I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, what you mean? It was just like, you know, hey, you black, you need to be a part of this and stuff.
Ryan, you really integrated with some of the inmates. Did you expect that to happen?
I wanted to really live this. I wanted to know what an entire class of people that I've never interacted with were like.
Now, you went against the advice that you were given in training about selling commissary items. Tell me about the tray store that you created.
I mostly did even trades.
Any one of y'all be interested in selling y'all biscuits and gravy for a honey bun or a dandy?
So I would give something for something immediately. I didn't really get involved in future markets or owing people. All I ever did was just go up in the world.
Captain Maples, you had to actually intervene and remove Ryan from the pod and talk to him.
You gotta keep in mind, you're still in here on a program.
But I do still have an honor code. I have to keep some people close while I am here.
Getting a little bit too M80.
We wanted to just make sure the end goal was the same. You know, we need perspective of this jail. You know, we don't need you to become an inmate.
We're back with Chris, Brian, Ryan, and Dion. Now, Chris and Brian, you trained at the facility together.
How'd it go, man? It was an interesting time. I ended up leaving early.
Yeah, was that my fault?
No,
okay,
it wasn't.
Right on.
Dion, do you remember?
Y'all was my first
Yeah,
roommates.
I remember you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the wrong time to be in 3 games.
Did you know that they were in the program?
No, I didn't know at all. Everybody thought he was detoxing.
Well, apparently you were a little more comfortable than these guys. He made it through these 60 days.
Congratulations.
Oh, y'all both them?
Yeah. Okay.
I was gone. Oh, dang.
Brian, you became a target almost instantly. Let's take a look at some of the unwanted advances from the inmates.
Look, man, look, now you're on my space. Okay?
Come on, man. What is space? Kill it.
They've decided, okay, the game is going to be, we're going to make homosexual advances toward Brian.
You know this is the gay pod, right?
I just emanate that I'm not with these guys.
They said you came to party. You think that was bad? Wait till everybody goes to sleep.
What was going through your mind as all this was happening?
Well, it established for certain that I was weak in that environment. I was someone that they felt comfortable messing with.
We're gonna have to get his ass tonight.
Ryan, you just realized who he was from watching the video.
Yeah, the lack of beard, well-groomed, and, you know, no glasses kind of threw me off, but I definitely remember that. Really, that was just recreation.
This is game time.
We were bored.
Ryan, you used the word we.
We.
We? You were talking about you and the rest of the inmates.
Yeah.
Were you part of it?
I wasn't part of it. I understood it. After I blended and got in with everybody, I could understand why they were doing it. Everybody was just bored.
Sheriff, you don't seem to be buying that.
I'm not amused by it, I'll tell you that. It's disturbing to me. I think that's how bullying starts. That's how it starts in the schools. That's how it starts in the pod. It's not fun. I didn't think it was cute. It's one thing to joke, but this is beyond that.
Just for the record, I had a job to do, and I had to adapt to that. I tried to do it as well as I could. I said this before. I wasn't trying to pass this. I was trying to ace this. I didn't want to just go in and survive. I wanted to thrive, and I felt like I did that.
So while Brian lasted a short time in the pod, Chris never even made it out of classification. Ultimately, you were pushed to a breaking point. Let's take a look at some of your limited time inside.
How you doing?
Just feeling a little sick. My stomach's turning. Can't keep food down.
It's probably partly nerves. I'm just anxious.
No, I ain't gonna bother nobody with it. I can still stand.
Come on, take a seat.
What's going on?
I want to keep going, but in all honesty, I don't want to be here. I feel like nothing about this place is making it better.
How did you feel watching that?
I didn't like a second of watching that.
Why?
It kind of brought the anxiety back. I remember walking around forever, waiting on these people to come get me out of here. It was a little uncomfortable watching.
So are you disappointed in yourself?
Oh, yeah, beyond disappointed. I wasted y'all's time, I feel like.
Do you feel like you wasted your time?
I don't think so. I think you showed what some other people would go through, being that anxious where you physically get nauseated. I think that's real, and I think that also serves, hopefully, as a deterrent to people not ever want to come to jail.
We are back, and for the first time, all 8 participants are in the same room. So any of you surprised to see any of the faces around the room?
Yeah, I think I've seen them before when we were in the facility.
The young man right there, I saw you a couple of times.
I did too.
I really thought you were a criminal.
Well,
for
yeah.
real.
He was only there for a short while.
Yeah, that happened.
Anyone who made it through the entire program, raise your hand. So those of you who didn't know, there were 6 of the 8 of you made it through. Now, although not all of you interacted in jail, many of you had a shared experience that you'll likely never forget. Let's take a look.
There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. That is water and piss coming out of that drain.
I look over and it's spraying up with higher pressure than the water fountains that we have here. I felt like I had herpes of the olfactory system of some sort. It was awful.
Some say leeches, some say larvae. Whatever it is, it lives on human sewage and waste.
It's beginning to stink. We have no running water. Can't flush the toilets.
Can you imagine the smell in this joint?
We're women. When things flood, we take care of it. We only get 2 a month, so I figured I'd save my 2 for something special.
Is there anything more terrifying? Sheriff, what a mess. What happened here?
You know, it was a multi-system breakdown. The water company was pushing a new technique of pushing a water line in through an old water line, expanding it to replace that water line. And when they did that, they breached our main sewer line that went out of the jail.
We went like a half day where we had no water, like no drinking water, no nothing. And the guards were like, we're not bringing you any. You can suck it up. And we're like, we had nothing.
It's not fun. And we don't have anything we need, so we're all discombobulated.
I was lightheaded. It was smelling like piss and ass, and I got sick of it.
You want to run your mouth about something? We'll go out here and run it.
Treat us like grown-ass people, and maybe you'll get a grown-ass response. You still ain't had water. The toilet was plunged. It's unsanitary.
Obviously, there's things that happen beyond your control, and you couldn't control what the city did and whatever. But the show of force wasn't helpful. It kind of elevated the stress as opposed to calming down, because if I see you with all that stuff, I think you want to fight.
You got that strap? Who's got a mouth? I will light this whole up in here. You understand me?
But I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because we were looking at a security breach. Let's come out of ourselves and go into their skin. You're looking at all these inmates with 4 guards.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Sit down.
I'm not gonna lie. If the inmates in this jail wanted to rise up and take over the jail and take out all the guards, it's gonna happen.
Can you imagine the uprising and how we could have overtaken 4 guards? I'd be walking around.
Look at the change we've seen. When we started this, Quentin was the law enforcement guy, and you were the one who couldn't even look at a corrections officer, and suddenly you're defending them and he's blasting them. How far we've come.
I'm not necessarily defending them so much as just trying to get everybody to see the playing field here. You know, look at both sides.
We're back with Sheriff Jamie Noel and Captain Scotty Maples to discuss changes that have been implemented at the Clark County Jail since the completion of the program. All right, Sheriff, what did you learn from 2 rounds of the program?
We learned that we were being very successful keeping street-level drugs out of the jail. However, inmates were still sneaking them in their body cavities. So we started a fundraising drive to be able to get a body scanner.
A body scanner is a game changer in the corrections world. It literally is a great tool.
And the other thing that this program helped us identify, officers that were doing a good job, to praise that and have them train new officers. Unfortunately, I had to take some disciplinary action against officers that weren't doing their job correctly.
It seems that a number of fights were missed. Explain to us what the problem was.
Well, part of the problem why a lot of the fights are missed is the fact that we were operating on a 1991 camera system. Imagine using a computer that old. But because of this program, we're able to upgrade the camera system. This corrections officer can watch and monitor all 6 pods simultaneously. So as soon as they see movement or something out of the ordinary, now they can pan and zoom right in on it for a quicker response.
I was just sitting there on that camera watching, caught 2 people checking meds. We found a cell phone not too long ago. So I think it's helped the jail a lot.
When participants got out of jail, they were feeling a lot of anxiety that they didn't really feel connected with society anymore. So the sheriff put out a pamphlet of all the places of how you're going to feel, how to deal with them, anxiety and depression tips. So we're going to run this department with structure and discipline, but we're going to do it with compassion also.
Would you recommend this to other jails?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's going to show the good and the bad, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, I just can't tell you how much that we learned.
Having gone through this, would any of you encourage a significant other to do it?
No, I wouldn't. No. Like, I wouldn't want a girlfriend.
Hell to the no.
It mentally breaks you down, and you got to build yourself back up. Like, if you're not a strong person, depending on the person and stuff, like, jail can swallow you.
We're not actually through processing this. We have changed, some of us more than others.
Yeah.
But we're not the same people that went in.
That's right.
That wraps up 60 Days in, The Aftermath. Thank you to Sheriff Noel for letting us be part of another successful run in your facility, and to all the participants for the hard work in the program.